Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I am going to be discussing why and how come most women are damaged goods on the clearance rack. So I'm gonna play out this clip, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Stay tuned.
As you get older, that don't mean shit. I don't care how popular you are, how good you look. Looks don't necessarily do it all for me. Like, I need to see you as a whole entire package.
Typically, when you get older, mileage has increased. Kids have increased. Your weight has increased. So you kind of fell out of your prime a bit. When you were in your prime, you were targeting toxicity. And we're not talking about you. We're talking about the average woman. So most women, when they get older, they'll start realizing, okay, this toxic dude that I've been chasing forever is not good for me. Like, I done experienced it. He's cheating all around, you know what I'm saying? He's making me feel like nothing and all this. You know what? I'm going to go try to pursue the man that's actually good for me. But by that time, you done had a kid with this toxic man. Or you done, been stressed out to where you done gained weight. So you're not in your prime no more. And that's typically how it goes. So now you are doing the good man a disservice because they're not getting you at your prime. They're getting you on the clearance rack. And that's what I feel like the problem is.
So before I even get into my commentary, man, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to go into the description below, click the link, purchase my book. It's Who Profits When Black Men Gangbang. It's very important, right? Also, click the link, check out the documentary that I am in. We Came to Heal. And you can also click the link to join my channel membership. Now, boom, we're going to get into this video, right? And I'm going to need y'all to like, subscribe to the channel if you're rocking with my content. So he says I got 4 points to make about this video, right? He says some real ish, right? And the first point I want to talk about is how a lot of these women give their best years to toxic men. And I said this in other videos. Women love the toxic men. This is not coming from me. This is coming from the countless women that I talked to that have told me this out of their mouth. Also, observation of the behavior of the behavior in which these women engage. See, the same way they say actions speak louder than words. Don't listen to what they tell you, brothers. Listen to what they do. Watch and observe what is their track record. What's the type of men that they're used to dealing with. Now, they give their best years to the toxic man. We hear the stories all the time, right? Hot girl summers. They're focusing on their career. They're not settling. They just focusing on themselves. They out here having fun. They're living their life. They're traveling. They're exploring their sexuality. We hear the rhetoric all the time. The whole rhetoric behavior, right? They're living their life. They're having fun. And they do this for like about 10 to 15 years. They're going to college, and you know what they're doing. They're getting around. They're getting crazy. They're getting done dirty. They're getting violated by the toxic guys. The guys that they claim they don't want, but they keep giving chances to. And sometimes they even get pregnant by these guys, right? So these are the guys that get their best years, their youngest years, their purity years. They take their virginity. They get them at a time where they're more prone to learn and absorb information faster. So, younger, fertility is also good it's better when you're younger. So they get them when they're fresh bread out the oven. The toxic guys get them while they're fresh bread out the oven. And then by the time they get to molded bread, they become like the first slice in the slice of bread. Y'all know about the first slice in a slice of bread. The first slice in a slice of bread and the last slice. Nobody wants that shit. But more so the first slice. The first slice in the bread loaf. I said the first slice in the slice of bread. The first slice of the bread loaf. Everybody touches it. Everybody touches it, move it out the way, move it to the side, and go straight for the other bread, right? For the other slices. Yes, this is what they become. They become the first slice on the loaf of bread, right? So they accumulate this trauma. They accumulate this hurt. They get violated over and over. Now they're severely traumatized. And some of them might even come with kids. So they rack up the bodies, they rack up the trauma, and they rack up the kids. Then they want to settle with the lames. The same lane they didn't want, right? The same lane they ignored, maybe in school, or that tried to talk to them while they was in their prime years. They ignore those dudes. You know what they do? So then they want to settle with them. They want them to pick up the pieces of the Pookies and the Ray Rays, the toxic guys, right? They want the good guy now. Now when they become molded bread, they're like, oh, I deserve to be happy. Like, you know, I was on my healing journey. I want you to pay attention, because they're going to try to get you with this language. You know, I was healing. I was reflecting. I was looking at myself. I started, you know, they try to reinvent themselves. They become born again virgins. This is usually around 30 to 33, right? They go through this whole transformation, and now they say that they want better. They know better now. They realize what it is. No, brothers. No, it's not that they realize better. They're trying to settle with the lames. They're trying to bamboozle you and settle with the idiots, if you let them, right? Because they realize, like, damn, I should have gave this guy a chance. That was the good guy. That wasn't going to put me through the hurt. That was going to take care of me. That was going to be there for me. That was going to love me the right way. But they ignored him. So then they come back. They spin the block back around and be like, hey, remember me? Remember me? And they got like 5 kids, or just 1 kid or 2 kids, whatever. And they got all this trauma that come with them. And then they expect you to pick up the pieces, bro, of what Tyrone and them did. Do you really want to do that? Nah, bro. You don't want to do that. But that's what happens. They end up trying to settle with the good guy. But by this time, they got so much baggage. They're molded bread. Nobody wants molded bread. Nobody wants the first slice in the bread loaf. I'm sure y'all don't want the first slice in the bread loaf. The next point is, always judge her by her past. This is, and this is the thing, right? This is how you know what type of woman you're dealing with. A lot of these women are trashy. A lot of these women are trashy. And the men that they were used to dealing with will let you know how trashy they was. Don't believe them when they tell you, oh, I changed. I'm different now. Look at their trajectory. Look at the type of men that they're used to dealing with. That's why I always ask women about their relationships. See, I'm giving y'all some game. I ain't charging you for it. This is why it's important to ask her about her past. Ask her what type of man she dealt with. Right? Ask her about her relationships. How did her relationships go? How did they end? Right? Because 2 things are going to happen when you ask women about their past relationships. Right? That's going to work to your favor. 1, they either going to brag about how bad this dude was, or they're gonna be so excited to tell you, like, that nigga wasn't shit, and he was this, and he was a narcissist, and he was toxic. And that's the language that they say, right? Everybody was a narcissist, everybody was toxic, everybody was gaslighting them, manipulative. This is what they're gonna say. So they're gonna be hyped to tell you how bad this dude was, which is a red flag. Or they're not gonna want to tell you much, which is still a red flag, right? Because when she don't want to disclose too much, she got something to hide, fellas. She got something to hide. And some of these girls are getting smarter. So she trying to hide something. If she don't want to tell you too much, she hiding something. And if she's excited to tell you about how bad he was, then you can kind of like see, like, okay, so if you put up with this shit and you did this a few times, you had a few guys, the same shit, the same results, the same. So you attract a certain kind of man. You used to trash. And I'm telling you this, a classy woman does not attract trashy men. I don't care what you're trying to tell me. Don't let them trick you. A classy woman don't attract trashy men, because she knows you attract what you are. If you're a trash woman, you're going to attract trash men. I'm not trying to hear you was trying to give somebody a chance and you was overlooking certain things. Nah. It's something that you like about toxic men. It's something that you like about the same bums that you're getting pregnant by. The same trashy dudes. It's something that you like about them. That's why they got a saying, your friends are a reflection of you. Your partner is too. Your partner is a reflection of you. This is why a lot of guys will say they don't want to be with no hoes. Your partner is a reflection of you. Same thing applies. If you're used to dating trashy men that don't take you on dates, that don't love you a certain way, or they don't treat you a certain way, but now all of a sudden you change your standards and you think you deserve. No, you don't. You're a trashy woman. And your past reflects that you're trashy. And it's just like a felony, right? I got a felony. I got to live with that. I got to live that I did something in my past that is going to carry on and it's going to follow me. So women got to live with that too. Whether it's the babies, whether it's the trauma they accumulated, whether it's whatever it is. But they got a rap sheet too. And they should be judged according to their past. If you want to save yourself. I'm only trying to tell you this to save yourself. If you want to ignore all that shit, all the red flags, and all the baggage that they come with, go ahead, be my guest. But me, one thing that I do, I always ask about the past. I ask about relationship with parents. I ask about because I want to gauge what did they tolerate in the past, right? Because that will let me know what type of things to look out for, what type of trauma they might have, and what type of shit you was allowing. And if you was allowing some wild, crazy shit, right? 9 times out of 10, that still probably lives within you, and you're just trying to settle for the nice guy. And the last point is, and this is how they become damaged goods on the clearance rack. A lot of these chicks, like I told you, mark my words, just pay attention. They go from their 20s, they go from their late teens throughout their 20s to like 30, just having fun, living their life, not thinking about settling, not thinking about marriage life, not thinking about relationship and settling down. And then they get to 30 and then they're born again virgins. You know, they want to sit in the tub with apple cider vinegar and shrink their cooch or whatever. Or they want to, now all of a sudden, they want to revamp their standards. Or they want to like, oh, I don't want to talk to those guys no more. I don't want to talk to nah, this is who you are. And you know what's going to happen? What she's going to do is she's going to suppress the guys that she really wants, which is the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Tyrone and all of them, right? Those are the guys that she really wants. She really wants those guys. But what happens is she's going to settle for the Russell, right? She's going to settle for the guy that's going to take her in with her baggage from Tyrone and them, right? She's going to look for that dummy. And some women get lucky and some don't. See what I'm saying? So, but let me know what y'all thoughts are, man. But it's crazy. So that's the point, man. A lot of these chicks act like they classy, but they really trashy. And the type of men that they let get their box shows what kind of woman they are. But let me know in the comment section what y'all thoughts are. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. And you share, man. Y'all stay blessed. Stay sucker free. Stay away from the clearance rack. Alright? Peace.